200D is the successor to the Canon SL1 or the 100D, which was the smallest DSLR on the market. Now, this camera is the smallest DSLR with a flip screen on the market. Now, there isn't really anything to be excited about it, as a lot of its competition, which seem to be mirrorless cameras, offer a lot of better features, and it is really quite a beginner camera. So where does it excel and where does it fit in? Now, it does have some aspects that do make it a popular and good buy for beginners. It's only $600. It's an absolute bargain. It does have the same sensor as the 80D, which is Canon's enthusiast crop sensor body, and it shoots 1080 and 50 frames per second, but a lot of people do choose to shoot at 24, which it does have, unlike the Canon RP. It's also very light, only coming at 450 grams. It is the lightest camera with a flip screen, as I've mentioned in the intro. It comes in about the same weight as the Canon RP as well, although the RP probably has better image quality, I'm not sure. We tested the camera with 3 lenses, the 75-300 f4-5.6 version 2, the Canon EFS 17-85 f4-5.6 IS USM, and the 18-55 IS STM, which is the kit lens, which is what we're filming with. Now, these lenses are very expensive and are very accessible and very cheap. I got this on eBay. That's a great thing about Canon. They have a great lens selection. The 18-55 isn't as good as like a Fujifilm, but that's to be expected. The IS is not bad, but again, the Fujifilm just destroys it. Feature-wise, it doesn't have much. It has a great time-lapse, although you can't go below 1/25th of a second when shooting 24 frames per second. And at 50 FPS, you can only shoot at 50, which is a bit of a downside because you can't do them at night. And ISO's not as good because it's cropped. Now, in the 200D video, I forgot to show images, so that's what we're going to do here. So what we got is some shots from my Tasmanian trip. Now, I'm going to show you, hopefully, all these. So I'm going to show you the raw files down here. These are all, let's go to the top, to the raw files. So the Canon 200D outputs CR2 files, which is supported by most, probably all editing programs. Now they don't look too bad, although noise performance at ISO 100 is actually, it is very bad. So if we have a look at this unedited raw file, let's just have a look. Just get rid of the film strip, because that's not what we're wanting here. Just gotta wait for it to load. Here we go. So this is a shot on the Lyle Highway. We're not sure what these mountains are. This looks a bit like Cradle Mountain though. So just get rid of this. So if we look in here, this is at ISO 100 f6.3. We just zoom into 400% practically. Zoom out a bit. You already start to see some noise. Now this is completely unedited, and yeah, this is what disappoints me a bit about the camera, is it's really nothing special. So if we zoom in to barely 100%, look at the noise. It's not very good image quality, and dynamic range isn't again that impressive. As you can see, the highlights have been blown out. I could probably bring them down easily. That isn't a problem with this. If I brought it down, it's all there, but you know, the shadows, there's tons of noise down there. If I was to bring up shadows, it's a bit hazy. It's not too bad, but a bit of smearing, not as sharp as some other cameras. So if I was just to go back out, bit flatter HDR looking, not good. Yeah, color isn't very bad, so that's good. And you can probably push them. Like this shot here, this is edited, but you can see the noise in the sky. It's not very good in this here. Yeah, so image quality, alright, but really nothing groundbreaking. Noise performance, not groundbreaking. Oh, I mentioned the time-lapse feature. So there's a time-lapse that I took in Swansea.
This camera only has 9 autofocus points, which quite frankly is disappointing. We've seen the same system for years now on cameras like their 1200D and 1300D, and even their almost 5-year-old 1100D. And to make it even more disappointing, it only has 5 frames per second in one-shot mode, and 3 frames per second in autofocus mode, which again is disappointing. The battery life on this camera is pretty good when taking photos, but very average for video taking.
Now Canon markets this camera with camera assist, which is supposed to make the camera easy to use on manual mode. And so we thought, let's put it to the test. So with Venki, who has never used the proper camera.
I'm a noob.
Yes. Apart from his smartphone, so we're only going to let him use creative modes on this camera. And we're going to see if this creative mode actually works.
I have to figure out how this works now. Aaron hasn't told me anything. So yeah, do that. Oh, okay. So, I don't know what any of this means on the screen right now, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'll take a photo of this plant right there.
Change the aperture so it's...
I don't know how to do that.
It should tell you. Click the button. Is it on?
What button?
Did you even turn it on?
I did turn it on.
Now click the shutter button. Now you're just taking a photo.
But wait.
Just hold it, like half press it. That's a full press, half press.
Oh,
now
okay,
the aperture should tell you what you want.
Okay, so...
Do you want a blurred background or a sharp background?
Okay.
You can use the dial at the top. Next to the button.
This style?
Yes.
Okay. So, basically, I want to make it... brings the background more into focus. Avoid cameras. Keep the background in focus. I'll just do this because it looks nice. Let's see, I'll take a photo of this plant right here. I'm choosing a different plant. I'll take a photo of this plant. Did it work? I'll figure out if
It is working. Wait a second. The red light's on.
Whoa! Is that good?
All in all, this camera is a bargain. With a great sensor and great features, so we should recommend it to everybody. Not quite. This camera has quite mediocre noise performance and action performance, and autofocus let us down. We'd recommend this camera to people starting out. So thank you, and please subscribe.